Viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is fine. Thank you for watching my previous videos. In the previous videos, I explained parts of speech, noun and its types, pronoun and its types. So here, still few more types are there in the pronoun. Now I would like to complete the pronouns topic. Okay. I hope my remaining videos are very clear to you, and if you have any doubts, please mention them in the comment box. Now let us start our class. Welcome to today's class. Today's class is types of pronouns. In my previous two videos, already I have given you 6 types of pronouns. Let me recall them, then we can move to the next. First, I have given you personal pronoun. Next, reflexive pronoun, possessive pronouns, indefinite pronouns, distributed pronouns. Okay, these are the ones which I have given you. Now let us see the remaining things. The remaining things are demonstrative pronoun, relative pronoun, interrogative pronouns, and the last but not least, reciprocal pronouns. Okay, these are the last 4 types which we have: demonstrative pronouns, relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, and reciprocal pronouns. Now let us go deep in detail. First, what is demonstrative pronoun? The pronouns which are used to show something. The pronouns which are used to show something, like this is, that is, these are, those are. In this way we are using the words this, that, and their plural forms. This plural form is these, that plural form is those. What do we use these? We use these words to demonstrate something, that means to show something. This is a pen, this is a girl, that is a boy. In this way, to show something, we use these words. That's why we call these two words as demonstrative pronouns. This, that. At the same time, we have one more word, such, such. These 3 words, as well as these plural forms also, these, those. Totally 5 words are there. These 5 words are called as demonstrative pronouns. I hope it is clear. You have to remember one more point regarding this. This and that and such. These 3 words also, they can also be called as adjectives. How? If after these words, if there is a noun, for example, let us see 2 sentences here. This is mine. One sentence. Let us take one more example. This book is hers. This book is hers. If you observe these 2 sentences here, in both sentences the word this is used commonly. After the word this, what is the word? You have to remember here the word is. Its functioning is here verb. Is a verb. Okay, when there is a verb after these 3 words, that means this, that, such, these, those. After these 5 words, when there is a verb, then these 5 words will be called as demonstrative pronouns. When there is a noun after these 5 words, that means when this or that or such or these or those, these words are followed by a noun. This book, this boy, that boy, these boys, those boys, such boys. In this way, when there is a noun after these words, then this word will be called as adjective. Which kind of adjective? Demonstrative adjective. You should be very careful. But because in exams, when you go to the competitive exams, you may be given this kind of confusing questions. They may give you this sentence and they may ask you what is the parts of speech of this, or else they may give you this sentence, this book is hers, and they may underline the word this and they may ask you what is the parts of speech of this. So you have to remember what is the next word after this word. What is the next word? If it is a verb, this will be pronoun. If it is a noun, this will be adjective. I hope I am clear. Okay, there ends the topic demonstrative pronouns. So these are called as demonstrative pronouns. Let us see the next one, relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. Which words are called as relative pronouns? The words which are used to introduce the relative class. The words which are used to introduce the relative class are called as relative pronouns. Which words are called as relative pronouns? Let us see. The words like who, whom, whose, which, that. These 5 words, we use these 5 words to introduce a relative class. What is a relative class? We will see in the next classes. Let me give you one example for that, how these words can be used. For example, the man who is standing, the man who is standing is my uncle. The man who is standing is my uncle. That means many people are sitting there. Among them, one man is standing. So you are saying that the man who is standing there, is my uncle. So here you are using the word who, so that the sentence, the part is called as relative class. Who is standing, this underlined part is called as relative class. The word which is used to introduce the relative class is called as relative pronouns. So these 5 words functioning is the same, in the same way. Let me take a word with which. For example, the topic which I taught, is very useful. The topic which I taught is very useful. So here the part of the sentence which is starting with which up to taught, this underlined part is called as relative class. This word is used to introduce relative class. That's why this word is called as relative pronoun. Okay, I hope my words are clear to you. Relative pronouns we have 5. What are they? Who, whom, whose, which, and that. And what is the functioning of them? Their functioning is they are used to introduce the relative classes. Relative class is nothing but here in this sentence who is standing is relative class. In this sentence which I taught is called a relative class. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. Am I clear? Okay, if you have any doubts, mention them in the comment box. Let us move to the next one, interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns. First of all, you should know the meaning of the word interrogative. Already in my first video I told you interrogative sentences. What is the meaning of interrogative sentence? The sentence which is used to ask a question. The sentence which is used to ask a question is called as interrogative sentence. So here interrogative pronouns means the words which are used to ask a question. The words which are used to ask a question, we call those words as interrogative pronouns. Okay, let us see what are those words. For example, we have the words like what, who, which. What, who and which. These three words are used to ask a question. For example, what is your name? We have the best example for this. What is your name? So after what we are using the word is. Already I told you is a verb. When these words after when there is a verb, then these three words will be called as pronouns. Remember this. Very important point. Why? Because these three words also can be called as adjectives when these three words after when there is a noun. Am I clear? But here after these three words when there is a verb, these three words will be called as pronouns. For example, what is your name? After the word what is the word here? Is. Is a verb, then what will be called as interrogative pronoun. For example, who killed him? Who killed him? If you take this sentence here, after who what is the word? Killed. Killed is a verb, so who will be called as pronoun. Which kind of pronoun? Interrogative pronoun. Am I clear? Next, which. Which. With which we can frame the questions like which is your favorite movie? Which is your favorite dish? Which is your favorite book? Which is your favorite subject? Which one? In this way, when there is a verb after this word also can be called as interrogative pronoun. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let me say for the last time. Interrogative pronoun means the word which is used to ask a question. The word which is used to ask a question, that is called as interrogative pronoun. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. Let us move to the last one but not least. This is reciprocal pronoun. This is called as reciprocal pronoun. What is this reciprocal pronoun? Sometimes action, it exchanges from person to person, between two persons at a time. At a time. For example, let us take two persons, person A, person B. Person A and person B, they met each other. They met each other. Here, A is meeting B as well as B is meeting A. So here meeting is an action which is passing from A to B, at the same time B to A. So here the word we used here is each other. Each other. The word we used is each other. Actually, when there are two people, we use the word each other. When there are more than two people, we use the word one another. One another. One another. Let us go with one example for one another. After the match, the teammates congratulated one another. After the match, the teammates congratulated one another. That means teammates in the sense there may be 10 members or 5 members, but here you have to remember more than 2 members. So these two words, each other and one another, are the words which are called as reciprocal pronouns. This is a brief story about pronouns. Total 10 we discussed. Okay, I hope my lesson about pronouns is very clear to you all. I hope you understood my class. Okay, if you have any doubts, please mention them in the comment box. Okay, if I have to make any rectifications for that, I will make and I'll correct myself. Okay, thank you for subscribing my channel. I hope it is clear to you all. Thank you for watching my video. Please like my video, share to your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay, we will meet in the next class.